Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon. Of course, if you have not been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. You guys know what is up with that. So you guys can probably tell by the thumbnail that this video is going to be about disappointing products, or disappointing products just for me personally. They may work for you, and I'm sure some of these do work for people, and I know some of them do. But for me, for whatever reason, I just don't think they're worth your money, or they didn't work out for me, or there's just something about them that I didn't enjoy. So that's what we're going to talk about today. If you guys are interested in kind of seeing my thoughts on some of these products, then just keep watching. So we are here, and like I said, we're going to talk about disappointing products. I did want to talk to you guys really quickly though before we get into the disappointing products. So if you notice, I haven't posted for probably about 6 days or so. I have been trying to post more frequently. I am still 9 months pregnant. I'm actually due next Saturday, so I'm not sure how frequently my videos are going to go up once I have the baby, but I guess you guys are going to see that. Sorry, I just had a flick. There was like a hair on my camera, which was driving me crazy. But yeah, if you guys don't see me as much, that is why. I don't know how things are going to be. If you know, this is my first baby, so it's a little scary for me, and you know, he could come at any time at this point, so I figured I would at least sit down and film this video since I had the chance to. And also, I recently lost my channel. It was like disabled because I actually, when I signed up for this channel, I used a St. Thomas University, which is the university I went to's email. I had it for years. Obviously, I've been out of school forever. Well, they're disabling old accounts, and I have no way to transfer my content, which is actually freaking me out. I got them to actually reactivate my account for the time being, but I feel like eventually they're going to do it again, and I've been trying to contact Google if anyone has any like info or advice on how to transfer an account, because otherwise there's always going to be looming over me that I could just lose access to my YouTube channel, which sucks. I mean, I don't have a big following, but I have put some work into this channel and all the videos that I've put up on this channel, so it would be devastating for me to lose it. So if any of you have any advice, or if you notice that I just disappear for a while, that's why. Because not because I don't want to go on my channel, but because it's been disabled. But I'm really trying to work to make sure it doesn't happen. So I don't know, guys. We'll just see what the future holds, I guess. But it does suck, and I'm hoping, really hoping that I can save it. But I guess we'll see. I mean, I have a grace period right now to try to get it figured out. Google, I will say, is not being super helpful because I'm not the admin on the account, but we'll see. Like I said, time will tell, and we'll see if I can get it figured out so I don't lose my channel. Oh, it would suck so bad. Okay, so now that that rant is over, we're going to get into some of the disappointing products. I'm going to try to, yeah, we'll try to put this in somewhat of an order. That's what we'll try first. So I have like one skincare product I want to talk about. This has been out for a while, but I did want to mention it because it is something I thought about for disappointing products. This one is from Glow Recipe. It's the Banana C Bright Serum Brightening and Smoothing. It's this guy right here. I like the packaging. I think it's really cute. I like Glow Recipe's packaging, and I like some of their other products. I got this, I think, in a BoxyCharm. Like, I wouldn't have bought this on my own. I think this retails for like close to $70 or something crazy like that. You do only get 30 mils of product, which is standard, but it's expensive for what this is. I don't know. I use this, but I don't see a significant difference in my skin when I use this compared to other vitamin C serums. I like the C Firm a Day serum from Drunk Elephant, but I most recently, or actually probably within the last year, or I guess not most recently, but I use the Tarte Youth or Dare, that kind of serum, and I find that does great on my skin. It's similar to the C Firm a Day serum from Drunk Elephant, in my opinion. Not sure on the ingredients, but it has kind of the same effect on my skin. This one I just don't feel like does a lot. I also don't like the packaging. I don't like the dropper. Like, this is kind of a thicker serum, very sticky, and sometimes I find it gets like stuck in the tube. It's kind of messy to apply. I hate like the smell on this. It's like the most artificial pineapple scent. I love pineapple smell, but this, I don't know. It doesn't really smell like pineapple to me. Very artificial. Don't really care for the scent. I just don't think the product is worth the price tag, in my opinion. I think there's better products out there. Like I said, the Tarte Youth or Dare one I think is around the $55 range. You get the same amount of product, and I find it sinks into the skin way better than this one, is less sticky. And this packaging honestly isn't ideal, in my opinion, for a, like, vitamin C serum. I mean, light can get in through here, and it's already kind of like clouded up, so that typically means it's not as effective. So I don't know, not my favorite product. I wanted to mention it in here, but it's one of the skincare products that I'll use up because I have it, but I wouldn't spend the money on it. The next product I'm going to talk about is a primer from CoverGirl. It's the True Blend Base Business Skin Primer Pore Minimizing. This one in the purple packaging. I do actually like the hydrating one in this packaging and the illuminating one. I just think this pore minimizing one doesn't do anything. I don't think it's bad. I can wear it under makeup, but it doesn't do anything. So I don't know. I don't think it minimizes pores. I don't have big pores, but I mean, I can notice a difference with some primers, but not with this. Like, I don't think it's smoothing. It's just, I don't think it does anything. I think it's just a kind of lightly tinted purple primer that's a bit moisturizing. That's about all it does. I never grab for this. I would pick either the illuminating or the hydrating, or even I think there's a smoothing one now. There's a couple different options, but this one just to me is it doesn't do anything. Wait, if you guys have noticed, I did color my hair. You guys like it? It's kind of like a magenta. I mixed a dark, like a medium brown and magenta together. I just wanted to redo it before the baby came because, I don't know, I wanted to have a little bit of like red and purple in my hair, a little bit of pink. I think it looks pretty. I like it. So I'm kind of enjoying it. I don't know what you guys think of it, but I do like it. Okay, keeping with the base theme, we're going to talk about a foundation next. I talked about this recently I tried it with you guys recently in a video for my Ulta haul, and I'll throw that up in the cards if you guys want to watch that. But it's the Milani Screen Cream Natural Finish Foundation. I had mine in 140 Nude Ivory. I don't like this. I've tried this a few times since filming that video, and I tried it once before that video. I don't like this. I don't know what else to say. Actually, I'm going to explain it to you, but I don't like this. I didn't do a full review on it. I did mention in that video I didn't like how it was looking even after a few minutes of applying this. I feel like this looks like more dry and matte on my skin, and it says it's supposed to have like a matte radiant finish, which a lot of foundations are saying now, by the way, but this doesn't really have radiance to me. Maybe when you first apply it, but it dries down, and then I just feel like it looks cakey, especially around this area, and the coverage isn't that amazing. It's like a light to medium coverage. If I'm going to wear that, I want it to look more natural than this does. This just, to me, looks cakey on the skin. It doesn't last that long. I found it like transferred and kind of came off throughout the day, and I overall don't like this one. If you're going to get a Milani foundation, I would try the Conceal and Perfect. I do like that one. I did a video on that like probably a year or two ago. It was a long time ago. But yeah, I like that one. This one, I'm not a fan of. I don't know. I wish they had worked on it a little bit more because I was super excited when I seen that it was released. But Milani isn't the most inexpensive brand either, so this isn't super inexpensive at the drugstore. And I know even in like where I'm in Canada, Milani's a bit more expensive, and in European countries it's like exorbitantly expensive. So I don't know. I don't think this one is worth it. I think there's better foundations at the drugstore. I would just skip on this one. I don't like this at all. This is the Kylie Jenner concealer. It's been out for a hot minute. It kind of looks like the same packaging as the ColourPop No Filter concealer. I have mine in the shade Stone. I've worn this like 3 times. I hated it every time. I don't think the coverage is great. I feel like this wears off throughout the day. Like, I actually feel like by the end of the day, I don't have any concealer, and I just don't think it looks good overall. I think for the price point, I know they sell this at Ulta, and I think that's why I picked it up. And the one I was actually thinking about that I heard I think people recommend was the KKW one. For some reason, I thought it was the Kylie one, and I picked this one up, but I really do regret this purchase. It was kind of like a in-the-moment purchase, impulsive purchase, because I was purchasing other things, but I don't like this. I don't like the formula on it. It just doesn't last. It doesn't look that great. It gets creepy even if you set it. I don't like this one. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know anyone. I mean, some people probably do like this, but I just don't think it has great coverage. I don't like the lasting power on it, and it didn't look that great under my mature eyes. Maybe someone that is like younger would enjoy this one, but I personally, I wouldn't go for it. So this is one I have this on my under eyes and my T-zone today. Don't hate this. The reason why I'm mentioning it in this video is because I just don't feel like for the price point you need it, or that it's anything spectacular. So that product I just did a video on, it's the Pat McGrath concealer and the powder. I'm not talking about the concealer because I do actually really like the concealer, more so than I did in the first initial video. I'll throw that video up for you, but since trying that more, I do like that concealer more, and I have it on actually today. But yeah, I want to talk about the powder. So this is the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. I have mine in the shade Light. So it's just like a white translucent powder. It has this crappy little mirror. So my first gripe with this is the packaging. For what you are paying for this, like this is like $40 or $43 Canadian. I did get a bundle deal where I got the concealer in this, as I mentioned in that video, for $72, so I did get a bit of a discount. But if you purchase this on Sephora, it is, like I said, over $40 Canadian. Obviously, it's in the $30 range US, but that's still pricey. You get like 4 grams of product, which is barely anything. So I have a feeling this pan, like, is pretty, like, there's not much product under there. So, and the mirror is atrocious. I actually don't like this packaging. I think it's like really kind of cheapy for Pat McGrath. I don't know. She does this once in a while. Like the concealer packaging is beautiful. It's like a glass bottle. It's like hefty. It's that luxury experience that you want to get from Pat McGrath. This isn't. I feel like this was an afterthought. There is 3 shades available, which is great. They have kind of a light, medium, and deep shade, which is great, obviously, as far as like skin tone ranges for a powder like this. It is just meant for kind of the eye area and the T-zone area, I think. It's not like meant for an all-over powder, but I still think for the price you should get more than 4 grams of product. It is good for 24 months, so this is good for like 2 years, which is pretty good, but I don't know. I just don't think this does anything amazing. I used it today. I like it. I think it's pretty on the under eyes. Ignore, I feel like I have like, actually I might put a little bit right there. Maybe I'll like add a little bit right there. So I feel like I'm like, so this is good for like touch-ups and stuff, and I think it's good to throw in your purse as far as size. I just don't think overall, like, even though it works and it's pretty, I don't think this is worth $40+ I think you can get the same effect buying something like, let's say the Maybelline Fit Me from the drugstore. Like what? That's under like $10 and you can use that. It's a like not like a pressed powder, but you can use that under your eyes. The Rimmel Stay Matte is a pressed powder, and that one works kind of similar to this one. The Essence, the brightening powder, like the little banana powder, works similar to this one. I just think for the price, this is disappointing because I don't think it's anything special. So that's the only reason I'm mentioning it. I don't not like it. I'm going to use it. But do I think you need this? No. I'm gonna get hate probably on this one because a lot of people like these. I don't not like this. So this is the MAC, the Glow Play blushes, these new blushes that just released. It's totally my fault. I get the shade Cheeky Devil, but I'm fairly light skin toned. I just don't find this shows up very much on me. Like when I put this on, I always end up putting another blush on over top, and then it's kind of like, you know, this is like in the $30 range. It's pretty pricey. So like I want this to show up on its own, and I like the color of this. I think the color is really, really pretty. But for whatever reason, this like doesn't really show up on me. You can see I've dug into it. It looks really pretty on camera. But like, I don't know, like you can see a light tint, and I think it is the color. Like I think I do want to try another color in this, and I should have went with the deeper shade. But if you are super fair, I think this one would work for you. If you are anything above like fair to light, this is not going to show up on you. It doesn't show up good on me, and I have worn it a couple times, but I always end up putting a blush over top. So it's the only reason I'm mentioning it. I don't think the formula's bad. I like it. I like the bouncy feel. I like the kind of creamy feel it has, and it kind of almost feels like a hybrid, kind of like the ColourPop ones. But I don't know, this color just doesn't work for me, and it's kind of disappointing about how I put it on. It just doesn't really show up that well. So I do want to try another shade, but this one in Cheeky Devil is not my favorite. More products that I want to talk about. These ones I'm really like sad to mention, but these ones are from Lawless Beauty. I love Lawless. I follow Annie Lawless on Instagram. I love her. I love a lot of their products. I love their liquid lipsticks. I like their lip glosses. I like their bronzer. Like, there's tons of products from them I do like. But they recently came out with bullet lipsticks. These are supposed to be satin lipsticks, I believe. But this is the component. I think the component's pretty. It has like a nice magnetized top to it. It just is black and says Lawless on it, which I think is really pretty. I got these shades Wedding Day and then Platinum, so both of these are pretty light. So this is the shade Wedding Day, really pretty nude shade. This is the shade Wedding Day, which I think is like super pretty, a great everyday nude. And then this one is Platinum, which you can see is pretty light. I'll put that beside it. So that's the shade Platinum. So I like to put this one kind of in the center to kind of tone down Wedding Day if I want that kind of like ombre effect or kind of like plumping lip look effect. I think it's pretty. My issue with these is I feel like whenever I wear them, I get that like severe line, like kind of like butthole lips on the inside of my lips, like no matter what I do, even if I wear these with a lip liner. I would say they're more, I don't know, they say they're satin, but I would say they're more of like a satin matte kind of feel, or like comfort matte. Like, I don't feel like these are super, super creamy. They are when they first go on, but they kind of dry down a little bit more of a comfort matte, and maybe that's my issue with them because I don't typically like that. I don't know. I'm not crazy about these, and they're high price point. These are $37 Canadian each. I wish I had have just gotten one of these. I'll still use them. I will. I don't like hate them, but for the price point, these are high end. And I don't feel like they perform that great. I do feel like you had to reapply them, and like I said, if you don't bring one with you, it just kind of like cakes up in the inner part of your mouth, and then you're left with that kind of butthole lips, and I don't think anyone likes that. So for that reason, I wanted to mention these. I would pass on these guys. Okay, so I have two more products left. This one's kind of an older release from Farsali. It's the Unicorn Antioxidant Lip Mask. This guy. Packaging looks pretty. It actually feels pretty cheap. It's light in your hand. This is like plasticky. You can see that I've used it all. I don't hate this. It's a lip balm. It's not a lip mask, in my opinion. This is just a everyday lip balm. There's not much of a scent to this. I'm not sure if there was supposed to be, but not much of a scent to this, which is odd for Farsali, I feel. And it's just a lip balm. There's nothing special about this. I don't feel like it should even be called a lip mask because it doesn't provide that much hydration. Like I said, I'll use this, but yeah, I'll use it, but I don't think it's anything special. This was close to $30. Just go buy the Laneige lip mask. It's 20 times better than this. There's way more product. There's only like 6 mils of product in this, and I'm pretty sure I'm not sure exactly how much mils are in the Laneige one, but it's a lot. It'll last you forever. It's an actual lip mask that's hydrating, and it works. This, Farsali, I don't know why you released this product. I feel like it was on sale recently, and I can see why, because this is nothing special. Definitely was like something I just bought because I thought it looked pretty, and it looked like way more like jelly-like in the promo pictures. It's more of like just like a hard balm in reality, and it's just not that great. So yeah, I'll use it, but like I said, not worth your money. Okay, so this is gonna be, I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for this, but I already did a video on these talking about that I didn't think they were that great. I'm gonna mention them because they're one of the first products I thought of, or second products I thought of when I thought about doing this video, and that is the Fenty Snap Shadows I have like 4 different palettes that I so regret buying. These are 25 US, but in Canada they're like 30 something dollars a piece, and then if you buy 2 or more you get like a deal on them. So I ended up buying 4 and just like click them together. The whole like point is that you can like take them apart and then you can click them back together, which I actually think is cool. I don't mind that. I like that they click together and that you can combine different colors. So this one's just the neutral one, and then I have the smoky kind of number 6 one. I don't mind that one. It's not too bad. And then this one. And then I also have, that's number 2. And then I have like the rose kind of one, which is, what one's this? Number 4. And I do like the mattes in some of these. So I did a full review on that, so I'll try to throw that up in the cards as well, but mattes aren't bad in these. I actually like the mattes. I use them a bit. If I'm just doing a quick eye look. I just don't like these shimmer shades. I feel like half of them are actually satin shades. They can be used in the crease because they end up looking more like a matte shade on the lid. And then the ones that do have like the really sparkly shade, like this one down here, it's more of like a black base imparted with a bunch of glitter. And it is pretty when you pack it on the lid, but there's fallout with it and it's nothing spectacular. Like there's so many better metallic or shimmer eyeshadows out there than this. Her formula needs work, and I don't know, people like keep saying these are great and I'm like, really? I don't think they're that great. So I don't get it. Not a huge fan of these. Kind of wish I never bought them. I don't think the quality is there yet. I think she needs to work on these more. They're convenient. I like the mattes. As I said, I'll use them because I didn't return them, but I think the shimmer formula needs a lot of work. It's just not my favorite. Ooh, I lied. I have one more product. It's actually a concealer, and I almost forgot about this one. And it's actually really funny because my friend just popped up and said she didn't like the e.l.f. concealer. So I'm going to be talking about the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. With this one, I don't hate this. I just don't love this. I don't feel like this has as much coverage as the original Camo Concealer, which is fine, but I do feel like this one wears off throughout the day as well. Not as bad as this Kylie one, but I don't know. I feel like after about 8 hours, I look at this and I'm missing spots of concealer, and it's in my creases, and no matter what I set it with, it tends to do that. I also don't find this intensely hydrating like they say. I think it's more hydrating than the camo, but I will say the camo was my favorite, but I don't know. I didn't care for either of them, to be honest. This one is only like $6. I think the shade range is a little weird because it's definitely different than the original, and this runs kind of dark if I'm being honest. But this one doesn't work too bad for me. It's fair beige, but I don't know. I don't love this. I don't grab for it. I've seen mixed reviews on it, so I think it's really going to depend on what you're into, but I just don't feel like this is the most long-lasting concealer, and I feel like you can get others at the drugstore that are better performing, so I personally I didn't care for this one. Okay. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for this video. So that was all of the products that I kind of rounded up that I wanted to talk about that were disappointing for me. Like I said, you may like these products for other reasons. Everyone likes different products, but I wanted to come on, and I think these videos are good to come on and actually talk about some of the products that didn't work out for you, because I do have products I try all the time that don't work out for me. That's just the way it is. Luckily, I usually am pretty good at picking out products for myself, but there are some that don't work out for me, and I like to come on camera and let you guys know my thoughts in case you are similar to me. They may not work out for you either, but like I said, if you like them, don't hate on me. I'm just telling you what I don't like. But yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you do give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below, and also the bell notification if you want to stay up to date with my videos. I'm not the most frequent uploader, you guys know that, and like I said, I am having a baby very soon. It could be any day now. So I don't know how frequently I'm going to be posting. I may be absent for a while, but I will post some stuff on Instagram, so keep an eye there. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching the video today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.